Can you use ChatGPT to explore new libraries that you haven't used before? Today, I'm in the middle of just doing a proof of concept around ChatGPT in Ruby, and I've loaded up a library and just written a little bit of code to return a list of models. So if I hit save on that, the proof of concept will kick in, and these are a bunch of models available from OpenAI. The library I was using, I found it on the internet. It's this one. There's a whole lot of code, but of course I can press the full stop and just open up this repository in a online Visual Studio. I can look at the code this way, this would be fine. But what I think would be better is to access this code locally. So I will just grab a copy to here, jump into a terminal. This is where I'm currently working, but I might just go down to my third-party gems location, have a look at what we got here. Bunch of Ruby libraries in this particular case, and I'll just run that particular command. And we better cd into ruby-openai when it's finished. There it is. We'll open that up in a new studio, just close that window while we're at it. Here we have that code on our computer. If we look through here, there's some concept called a client, which seems to be the root object that talks to the system. I might just look through this. It's using HTTP request library called HTTP party. There's a concept called compatibility. That doesn't look useful. We got files, fine tunes, images, models. What I really want to do is look at this file, this one, and this one, and we'll ignore that one and we'll get this one. I basically want to create for myself a bunch of stub code so that I can test each of these methods. What I will do is open up ChatGPT, and I think I'll use ChatGPT 4 today. So I've written a prompt here. Can you read the following code and commit it to memory? Say yay if you understand. Just put in a couple of spaces, and then we'll just copy some code out of Visual Studio. We'll take this client code, get files, we'll get fine tunes, we get images, we'll get models. And ChatGPT has said yay because it has read it. Let's go have a look at README. I might look at it here first. So it looks like we've got a whole lot of ways we can use it. I'm just going to copy this directly from here, and we'll go down that far, and we'll just go with, can you read this and say yay? So it said yay. From this point, we should just be able to interrogate this code and documentation as we see fit. So I'm just going to do a simple one right now. So I've just said, can you pick an example from the models class and show me how I would use it from my own Ruby code? Keep it simple, such as client.models.someMethod, some params. And let's see what it does. So that's generated a basic usage of this library, configuration, creating a client, and retrieving the DaVinci 03 model. Now, instead of implementing this code directly, I will ask a different question and get it to write out code for every method and class. So I think the way I want to interrogate this is to say, can you write a single file of code broken up into classes and methods that I can call, and that it includes 5 to 7 word comments for each method. It includes sample parameters so I can see how it could be used. And let's make sure we just do it for the public methods. If a method is deprecated, can you also flag that in the comment? So let's see what happens when we run this. If the code stops, just tell it to continue. So what I've done is clicked the copy code button for each of the blocks, pasted them in sequentially into the file, and then I just retouched it a little bit so that I could turn them into unit tests. Now, having taken all this code, dropped it into the proof of concept file, it was all in comments. It was very easy to let Copilot just start writing code for me, and finished it off in about 15-20 minutes. So let's just look at one. Here's receiving some information about Text DaVinci 3. We'll just run that over on the left and we'll see a hash of information. We can use a GPT prompt. There we have hello there. How can I assist you today? We can have a look at the embeddings. And you'll notice that I didn't implement all of them because some of them require further setup before I can use it. I don't want to delete my existing files, so I would need to write something to test this out. But let's just generate an image using DALL-E. A baby sea otter cooking pasta, wearing a hat of some sort. So it's generating here. We have a URL. Let's just click on that. And there we have it. So that was a great way to explore a library that I've never used before and test all the public methods. After training the model, it took about 20 minutes to write the code. So that's one way you can interrogate any library that you want to understand using ChatGPT.